Hello and welcome to highlights from this County Cup first round match between Worcester Park and Oxted FC in association with London Roofing Limited, CJB Electrical and PK Mechanical. Let's take a look at the Worcester Park lineup for what was an entertaining affair at Skinner's Field as the home side looked to bounce back after defeat last weekend. Manager Tim Gale opted for a strong starting 11 despite a healthy gap of 2 divisions between the sides in the league, with plenty of firepower on the bench if required. MV Video caught up with head coach Russell Peducci in a confident mood ahead of the game.
Alright, so big game in the County Cup today. How do you think it's going to
go? I can't see anything other than a Worcester Park win today. We're on a good run of form in the league. We've got certainly one of the strongest sides in our league, and given where Oxted are in their league, I should think it should be a comfortable win for Worcester Park.
Is this a cup competition you see yourselves going far in, all the way maybe?
We've got high hopes. As I said, we've got a very, very strong squad, and our ambition is to win this cup, definitely. We unfortunately got knocked out on penalties against Staines quite recently. So this is the last cup competition we are in, so we want to take full advantage of this today.
Is there anything special you told the players before today, or is this game motivation itself?
The weather's going to play a big part in today. Our strength is when we have the ball on the deck. We have some excellent players with the ball at their feet. Our front three are very, very strong when they have the ball. So it's just about using the conditions to our benefit and making sure we play our own game at our best. I don't think there's any team that can beat us in this league. Certainly not 2 divisions beneath us.
Alright, so obviously it's very windy today. Is there anything you're expecting from Oxted, maybe something unusual?
Without seeing them play before, it is a bit of an unknown entity for us, but they're going to come looking for the win. Obviously they're aware that we lost our unbeaten run last week, so they're probably going to call upon that for confidence. However, I think it's just last week was a wake-up call for us, and we're really going to put advantage, and I think Oxted could really be on a backlash from us today.
Okay, fantastic. So one final thing, have you got a message maybe for the fans or the family who are coming down to watch today?
Just thanks for everyone for our support. Continue throughout the season. I know there's probably better things they could be doing on a windy Saturday, staying at home. So everyone that's come to support us, and we're going to give you a good game today.
Alright, thank you very much. All the best.
Awesome.
Captain Gary Nolden chose to have his side kick uphill in the first half as both sides looked to progress to the second round. Despite the windy conditions, Worcester Park, in their usual blue kit, started brightly as striker Lee Davison showed some good early touches. Tim Gale's side were clearly determined to press Oxted into mistakes as they sought an early lead. Nolden's left-footed shot was easily blocked by Oxted defenders before striker Lee Davison showed a classy flick, narrowly finding Matt Addison offside. And Oxted were not here to make up the numbers, and only some alert defending from Connor Simon prevented this poor Archie Watkins clearance from being punished. But the home side had the better of the early exchanges, as this break saw the Oxted goalkeeper enter a foot race he was never going to win. He was fortunate to see his defenders clear the ball at the second attempt. The chances kept coming for Park as Nolden rolled the dice once more, this time only finding the keeper's gloves with a well-struck left-footed effort. And then Davison was unlucky with this dipping effort, struck sweetly on the turn. Mason Reynolds was beginning to dominate the midfield, finding Davison. The striker this time narrowly firing wide. Davison then again tried his luck, this time failing to connect with his latest effort and finding the goalkeeper. And Oxted weren't letting Park have it all their own way, with Sam Stevenson committing the foul after some silky Oxted skill. It was a rare foray forward for Oxted, who defended well from a nicely shaped Nolden cross before Davison saw another effort fail to hit the target. And who else but Davison would hit one again, this one the pick of the bunch as he forced a superb save from the Oxted keeper. Simon was next to have a go breaking the deadlock, but he might have rushed this effort when he had space on the edge of the box. More shots rained down on the Oxted goal, but the scoreline stayed disappointingly blank. And for all the home side's chances, it was Oxted who ended the half with a lovely passing move, only for Adam Carval to make this superb tackle. With 45 minutes on the clock, the first half was best described as a swing and a miss. The half-time score then, Worcester Park 0, Oxted 0. And so the second half got underway as both sets of supporters were hoping for more goalmouth action and this time, hopefully, some goals. Oxted gave away this cheap corner and it was to be their undoing. The ball swung in and somehow ending up in the back of the net. The slow motion replay not kind to the Oxted goalkeeper, showing it was a clear own goal. Worcester Park continued to pile on the pressure after taking the lead, and Mason Reynolds had this chance, only to disappointingly skew wide. Worcester Park had clearly been given confidence by taking the lead and started to dominate the game. Carl Cheney was unlucky not to find his captain with this almost perfectly weighted through ball. Worcester Park would double their lead shortly after. This goal kick was not battled for well enough by Oxted and Matty Addison ran through. Carl Cheney almost getting in the way, but Addison keeping his composure to finish neatly. Having gone 2-0 down, it would have been easy for Oxted to have had their heads drop, but they continued to make chances and could have done better with this snapshot from the edge of the box. But Worcester Park were continuing to dominate the game. Anthony Dignan with this strong run, finding Cheney out wide, before some fantastic control and a wonderful finish from Matty Addison found the top corner. Tim Gale unafraid to show his delight that his side had taken a 3-goal lead, as this reverse angle shows just what a good finish it was. Nolden and Cheney were beginning to dominate the midfield. This lovely 1-2 almost ending up in another goal. Matty Addison denied his hat-trick by a superb save from the Oxted goalkeeper's left foot. But it wouldn't deny Worcester Park for long. This cross may have been handballed, but Lee Davison got the goal that his 99 or so shots in the first half may have deserved. Worcester Park were playing better and better, and the goals started coming thick and fast. Not the most clinical of finishes, but Lee Davison getting his second of the afternoon. Once again, though, Oxted showed that they weren't going to let their heads drop, and this fabulous through ball almost saw a great reward, only for goalkeeper Kevin Weller to make a superb save. He also came out dominantly for the rebound. Superb work from the goalkeeper. The wind and the rain started getting heavier, but the goalkeeper kept his eye and his gloves on this left-footed strike. Worcester Park, though, were not to be denied a 6th goal. Connor Simon making a rare appearance on the goal scorer sheet. The reverse angle showing clearly it was more shoulder than head for this finish. With the game almost at 90 minutes, substitute Ryan Howard made this poor pass which gave Oxted the chance to break. Their striker showing some nice footwork before lashing the ball past the goalkeeper Kevin Weller for a deserved consolation goal for the away side. Moments later, it was the full-time whistle and handshakes shared all around. The final score, Worcester Park 6, Oxted won.
Alright, well, so that was a big 6-1 victory for you there. Your immediate thoughts after the game?
The first half I thought was a little tetchy. We were biding our time. Oxted were very compact, not letting us get forward where we wanted to and play our normal sort of game. But I thought into the second half we really started to expand, used the downhill to our advantage, and as soon as one goal went in we knew the floodgates were going to open, and we really capitalised on a lot of good chances. Managed to get our two centre forwards 2 goals each, which is good, and always nice to see them score in turn.
So an excellent full-time result, but like you say, 0-0 at half-time. Bit of a difficult game. Obviously, that you said that was down to their compactness, but how much of that was maybe down to, was it nerves or maybe just a bit of rustiness?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. We changed our formation a little by moving Anthony Dignan up and a little bit more forward to get onto the ball, which really made a big difference for us being able to penetrate their back line, which I thought their defence had a really good game, but until, as I say, the first goal went in, that was it. It was fine. My only disappointment would be when Ryan Howard came in and gave the ball away at the end of the game and lost our clean sheet.
So obviously you didn't get the clean sheet, but 6-1, you go on to the next rounds. You confident now after a pretty decent scoreline there and an excellent second half?
Well, definitely the most important thing is the 3 points, but we'll go on to the next round and hopefully go further in the cup as we can.
So dreadful weather today, a lot of rain, especially in the second half. Obviously had quite a decent crowd out there today. Any message just for those fans on the way home?
Yeah, thank you for everyone who come to watch, and obviously Oxted brought a lot of travelling fans. Sorry it wasn't the result they were hoping for, but glad for our fans that all sat in the club room in the clubhouse keeping warm with the beers. We're all going to go and celebrate with a few Springboks now as well. Hopefully take the cameraman and get him a few and all.
Nice one, alright. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice one, thank you.